So living in Warner Robins isn't just for the millennials and the youngsters. Even seniors love living in Warner Robins too. I'm 51 years old now. I know I don't look it, but I still love living around Warner Robins. So in this video, we're gonna do Living in Warner Robins Senior Edition and show you some of the things as a senior, what you may like and things that you can do around Warner Robins to keep your life as interesting as possible. And if you have any questions about moving to Warner Robins or finding a house in Warner Robins, reach out to me. My information is in the description below. So let's get busy with Living in Warner Robins Senior Edition. Hey guys, I'm Chris, your real estate problem solver. I'm a real estate investor and an agent in the Middle Georgia area. But if you're moving to Warner Robins and you're looking to sell your house wherever you are, reach out to me. I have a full network of agents all across all 50 states to help you get any part of your real estate transaction taken care of. So what about living in Warner Robins for seniors? Now, one of the good things that a lot of the seniors in this area love is the military Robins Air Force Base. Now, most of our population are retired and active duty military, so a lot of the people around here like the atmosphere that the military dignity and atmosphere provides. So if you're a senior, you're either going to be close to getting retired or you're already retired. So checking your finances and managing your budget is going to be a big ticket item, and that's another attraction why a lot of seniors enjoy living in the Middle Georgia area around Warner Robins, Kathleen, and Bonaire. The median home prices in the Warner Robins real estate market is sitting around $280,000. Now, the most expensive area in Middle Georgia right now is still Kathleen, Georgia, and they're sitting at around $330,000. So for a national average of home sales being in the $400, $500, and $600 range, Warner Robins is a whole lot cheaper. So a lot of you who live in the higher priced areas are going to enjoy moving to Warner Robins, Kathleen, and Bonaire to get the same house for 3/4 of the price. For example, 3,500 to 4,000 square foot 5-bedroom homes in the Woodland subdivision in Kathleen are some of the nicest all brick houses in the area, and those houses are going anywhere from $400,000 to roughly $500,000. But many seniors are wanting to step down to a more manageable house. We're talking about 1,700 to 2,200 square feet, and those houses in this area, depending on if it's clapboard siding, vinyl siding, brick, or stucco, those houses are still running between $250,000 to $350,000, 2-car garage, and decent lots. You've got just as nice a house on a much more manageable budget. Another thing that a lot of us seniors do appreciate around Warner Robins, Kathleen, and Bonaire are the fact that the majority of the houses available for sale in this area are less than 25 years old, which means there's going to be a little bit less maintenance to do on these houses. There are still a lot of new construction houses like the Woodlands, like Planters Ridge, like Southfield Plantation, and Lennar Builders in Emerald Oaks. These are new construction houses which have builder's warranties for usually a year. You can negotiate 2 years, which means that the house is going to be more maintenance free for us who don't want to do a lot of house repairs or fix-ups or even updating. Another good thing that they like about, which there are complaints about Warner Robins not having any centralized location to get out of the car and walk to shops and retail stores and boutiques. But a lot of us seniors who don't fancy walking 3 miles in a single day do like the idea that there's a lot more strip malls, which makes it easier access just to drive up to the individual stores that we like and walk right in without having to go 3 miles. Now, of course, with us being seniors, a lot of us are either close to retirement or already retiring, so you're going to want things to do in Warner Robins. There are all kinds of things to do in Warner Robins on Facebook groups, like the Retired Flight Line Employees Facebook group. You've got the the Classic Cars Facebook group. You've got the Bikers Facebook group. So if you like classic cars, or if you like riding your hog in the outskirts of Warner Robins, there's plenty of groups to get together with to enjoy those kinds of things. Of course, there's also the Pickleball, which has become extremely popular. All the rec centers around Warner Robins and Perry have some kind of pickleball courts, and there's some kind of group out there that's always using those facilities. Which, as a bonus feature, if you're in my age, you probably got grandkids, so the monkey bars and the playgrounds and the splash pads right next to the pickleball courts makes for a little bonus. And then, of course, if you are prior military, you're definitely going to appreciate the Museum of Aviation on the south side of Robins Air Force Base. Now, this place has 5 buildings slap full of every bit of history in aviation military that there is. Everything from a J-3 Cub to the B-1 bomber to F-15s and everything along the like. And the Museum of Aviation also has a nice playground for the kids to enjoy and have a picnic time. Now, of course, most active duty and prior military have some kind of fetish about golf. So don't worry about the golf. We've got all that covered as well. Robins Air Force Base has their own golf course, and then you have the Landings Golf Club in Statham's Landing subdivision on the south side of the base. You also have International City Golf Club right off of Sandy Run, about 3 miles away from the landings. And then you've got a third option in Warner Robins proper called Houston Lake Country Club, which is right next to Houston Lake and Houston Lake Road. And if you get bored with those three, you've also got Southern Hills Golf Club down in Hawkinsville on Highway 247. And then there's 3 or 4 other golf courses up in Macon and the surrounding areas. Now, like you've seen in my other videos, we're kind of growing up with the facilities and activities for the kids, but what about the adults? Well, there's a couple dozen different sports bars and pubs all around Watson Boulevard, Russell Parkway, and Highway 96. And if you're into custom craft brews, you've got Black Barley at Lake Joy and Highway 96, and you've got Tap and Pour off of Moody Road. Now, these places offer custom brews, IPAs, and they change out their menus on a regular basis, so you'll never get bored with their selection. And if you're still feeling like a college kid and you want to go to something a little bit more active, then you've got Rocco's Bar on Highway 96, which has karaoke night on Wednesdays and Saturday nights. You might see me there. And then you've also got Splinter's Axe House, which is exactly that. It's an axe house. They've got karaoke on, I believe, Thursday night, and then you can have a drink with sharp objects and throw axes to your heart's content. Now, of course, seniors are getting up in years, so you want to make sure that you've got your medical facilities as well. Well, we've got plenty of that as well. You've got the urgent cares on 5 different locations between Highway 127 near Moody Road, and then all up and down the center section of Watson Boulevard near Houston Medical Center. Now, of course, we've got to take care of our military, so Dublin is going to be the main VA hospital that we have in this area, and they just revamped and remodeled a building in Perry for the VA hospital. So you've got 2 locations now, if you have any medical requirements that the VA is covering. And of course, what military town would be complete without a VFW? And I believe we've got 2. I know we've got one on Quarter Road, and both of them offer plenty of activities like dancing classes. They've got the rec center facilities doing kids soccer and football, and then they've also got music and charity events going on a regular basis. And if staying in town and shopping in the restaurants isn't your thing and you want to get outside in the woods, of course, if you're a prior military, Robins Air Force Base has access to ponds for fishing and hunting in the back areas, which are covered in deer and hogs. Now, if you don't have access to Robins Air Force Base, then you've got access to Lake Joy Pond and Houston Lake, which both have fishing and kayaking available. And if you're willing to drive a little bit up in Macon, you've got Lake Tobosofke, you've got Lake Jackson, you've got Lake Sinclair, and you can also go to one of my favorites, Lake Blackshear down in Cordele, which has a phenomenal reputation for crappie fishing. And as for hunting, if you're not available to get inside of Robins Air Force Base area, then they also have a couple public areas. I believe Piedmont is on the north side of Macon, and then you've got the Okie Woods WMA Wildlife Management Area on the south side of Warner Robins, between Warner Robins and Hawkinsville, which also have their own fishing areas and a shooting range. So if you want to get outdoors, there you go. And if you've really got a wild hair and you want to go somewhere, Savannah and the saltwater fishing down there is phenomenal, and Savannah's only about 3 hours away, so you might want to try going down there to the Catherine Sound and picking up some trout and redfish. Now, if you live in Warner Robins and you've got things that you like to do or activities that you love, make sure to make a comment below and tell the rest of the group about it, and let us know when these events are going to be. So if you think Warner Robins is a place that you want to hang out in your golden years, and again, reach out to me. I've got a network of agents all across all 50 states to help you sell the house that you're currently in and make your move to Warner Robins. And I'll talk to you on the next video.